oat milk? I don't want your cow milk. No cow for me. Do you have someone in your life that drains you from energy every time you're with them? Or someone who's not afraid to make fun of you? Give it a good shake. And maybe setting boundaries are hard for you, especially if you're really new to that game. Now you're gonna I was gonna say, now you're gonna give that milk a little twirly girly. So chaotic right now. We don't have any latte art. It might be a feather, a squirrel, cloud. No one knows. Hi, I'm Sine, a former people pleaser, dealing with everything people threw my way, saying yes to everything because I didn't know how to communicate clearly and set thick as boundaries. At one point though, I decided that there was more there out for me. And today it is my greatest pleasure to help you towards a bigger and better life. Let's talk about that. So there are a lot of signs to look out for in a toxic person, but I have found the 5 most predominant ones, and I just want to clear my conscience before we start this because relationship is just black and white. There's obviously degrees to this. The first thing I want to talk to you about is gaslighting. And if you haven't heard this before, gaslighting is a way to manipulate people in an emotional way. It can be really difficult to tell if a person is gaslighting you because they will make their mistake your fault, and that can be very hard to see through. If you repeatedly feel at fault for situations, another person might be gaslighting you into thinking it is your fault. So gaslighting could look like this. A person you love says something to you. Oh, you're such a bitch. And you talk to them a day later and you're saying, the thing you called me yesterday, I didn't really like that. I don't think that was nice. The other person would try to gaslight you by saying, you don't know how to take a joke. I only meant it for fun. I don't remember saying that. Of course that didn't happen. You're so sensitive. You can feel like you're completely losing sight of who you are. You can feel absolutely crazy for thinking that it happened, but they say that it didn't happen. How am I going to know if it actually happened? You can go so far that you at one point don't trust yourself. Being gaslighted can lead to you having really low self-esteem and not trusting your own intuition. And the worst thing about gaslighting is that you become emotionally dependent on the other person because suddenly they're speaking your truth for you. The goal of the gaslighter is basically to not own responsibility and accountability. Yuck. The second sign to look out for is people who create drama. Do you know those people that anywhere they go, drama always follows? Yeah, some people thrive in dramatic situations. They live for the drama and they love to stir the pot between other people. They love to be the center of attention. So if nothing happens, you know for sure that they will make sure that something is gonna happen for them to be the center of attention again. This is such a red flag and also so tiring to deal with because it's just one thing after another that you as a people pleaser are trying to save all the ends, telling people sorry on their behalf, and it's tiring. The comical thing about this is that the dramatic person will end in a conflict that's inevitable. Of course there's going to be a conflict, and when that conflict occurs, they will often tap into the victim mode, and that will often lead to the other person apologizing, making them avoid the blame and get a free pass for acting the exact same way next time. The third thing you're going to look out for is people who are failing to take responsibility. So these people don't feel the need to apologize. They would rather blame other people, other circumstances, the bowling course, whatever it is. They would rather blame anything else than to take responsibility and apologize. Because in their head, they're always right. And if they're apologizing, they might be doing it because they need something from you or they want something from you. And these people too draw the victim card if that's what it takes to get out of the responsibility. The fourth thing you should look out for is people who are letting you wait. And this applies both in the real life world and in the online world. Okay, imagine you having a difficult conversation with someone and you're texting back and forth or you're talking back and forth and suddenly silence. The line goes silent. If this is in person, they might just stop talking. and just look at you. Maybe they'll walk away. They are making you doubt yourself. They're forcing you to think if you did something wrong. What did I do to trigger them walking away? What did I do to stop them from texting me? And maybe you go into a fixer mode, running after them like, hey, is everything fine? You might start apologizing for something you shouldn't apologize for. If people don't respect your time, they don't respect you. The fifth thing to look out for in people is if they're judgmental. Okay, start having your eyes and ears open when other people are talking about other people. If you have someone close to you who is dropping like passive aggressive comments about other people that makes the other person feel small or foolish or incompetent, you can know for sure that you're being talked about too, just like that behind your back. If you know anyone in your life that are like this, run as fast as you can. And obviously, I know that this is so much easier said than done, especially if this is people that we love or people that we haven't chosen to be in our lives, if it's family. So I have made a list for you on how to deal with these people the easiest and the best way. So first things first, when you have a conversation with a toxic person, it's always just the easiest to kind of nod and smile and play into their reality, but try to really stick to the facts and stay objective. Ask questions like, how do you know that? Who told you that? Or say, I actually had a different perspective on that. Whenever you're uncomfortable, you don't know what to say, you don't want to play into their reality, but you don't really know how or when to stick up for yourself, you can just say, I'm really sorry you feel that way. If you have a toxic person in your life that you didn't choose, if it's a family member, you have to make the best out of the situation. Try to improve the relationship, not fix it. Improve it. Remember that there is only so much that you can do. There are also people who needs to make an effort too. It's not all up to you. You can't fix them. You can't help them become better if they don't want to become better. But you can open up for a genuine conversation, helping them trying to realize that they're actually being hurtful towards you or towards other people. If this was me in a situation where I would have to confront someone, I would try my absolute hardest to stick to I statements. You don't want them to feel like the world is attacking them. I feel uncomfortable when you do this or you say that. I value trust in a friendship. So if you lie to me again, we can't continue this friendship. You telling them something like that will hopefully make them realize that you are your own person too, and you deserve to be treated right by them. And hopefully they will realize that by setting a boundary. If they don't realize that, don't crawl back to, I'm sorry, I didn't mean that, let's be friends again. No. If they don't respect you, they aren't supposed to be in your life. It is that simple. If they don't realize what's at stake, and if you don't see them changing, there's gotta be a point where you have to leave. When you do cut a toxic person out of your life, there is probably going to be a period of time where they want to get you back into their lives. They will start playing the victim again. They're going to try to make you apologize to them for leaving. And people can be really crazy about this. They can threaten with all sorts of things, but you just have to keep reminding yourself that there's a reason why you left. And if you crawl back to them, you're abandoning yourself. This is the time to put yourself first. Tell them no again and again and again, and how many times it takes, because you are meant for something bigger and better. Just think about this. You don't matter to them as much as they matter to you. And that should be enough of an answer. If they can't invest their time and energy into resolving a situation that you brought up, what does that really say about your friendship or relationship? And you may love them so much that it hurts, but ask yourself if all the toxicity is worth it. Because is it? No. You deserve better. You deserve more. You put down a boundary for protecting yourself. This has nothing to do with them. I cannot make this statement enough times, but this is not your fault. It's not your fault that they had you feeling like this. You don't have to apologize for your emotions or your thoughts or your actions towards this person. if it was actually the other person's fault. Stop protecting them. As always, I have this week's affirmation, and this one will really help you to set clear boundaries and reprogramming your mindset to believe that you deserve better and more. It goes like this. I am so happy and grateful now that I set crystal clear boundaries to the people in my life and leave the ones who don't serve my fullest and highest potential. I deserve better in my relations, and I'm being treated rightfully by people who genuinely support my growth. It is so. Thank you. Write this affirmation down, hang it on the mirror, hang it on your wall, on your fridge, wherever you see it, and repeat it to yourself, ideally 2 times a day. And as always, fam, thank you so much for hanging out with me. Let me know what you think about this video in the comments down below. I would love to hear from you. And if you didn't do so already, please subscribe to my channel. I will see you in the next one. Bye.